In West Africa, the biggest Ebola outbreak in history, already called out of control by aid groups in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, is only getting worse. More than 700 dead so far. A 5,000-mile trip from Liberia on a jet modified with a protective tent to prevent contact with bodily fluids.
We begin with the extreme caution across this country tonight. Doctors in emergency rooms on the lookout for Ebola. Tonight we have learned one person being tested here in New York City after having traveled to the region. That patient in isolation after being tested at Mount Sinai Hospital here in New York City. And the CDC telling our Dr. Besser tonight that since the outbreak began, about a half dozen patients have been tested right here in America.
Basically, guys, this is all about the vaccine. The Ebola vaccine that they will eventually roll out. And that's what it all comes down to, okay? And that's what everything is all about. The coverage, the propaganda fear campaign is basically the vaccine marketing campaign.
It was a groundbreaking ceremony for a new factory.
Did she mention seeing anyone who was sick? Anyone on a plane at the airport?
No, she said she was jet lagged.
The average person touches their face 3 to 5 times every waking minute. In between, we're touching doorknobs, water fountains, and each other.
Beth. Mom? No, go up to your room, honey.
So we have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
You had a seizure this morning, Beth.
She had a history of seizures,
No.
allergies.
As of last night, there were 32 cases.
Unfortunately, she did die.
Contagion and World War Z. Man, these two movies are pure and simple vaccine propaganda movies. They were made for the sole purpose of promoting the vaccine agenda, and specifically the vaccine in a pandemic situation. In both films, the happy ending is the government coming in, saving the day with the vaccine.
Everybody talks about buying and selling. The mark of the beast, you're not going to be able to buy and sell. Well, that's true, but what about this part? Where people are begging for death, but death flees from them. They have essentially purchased a counterfeit immortality apart from Christ. That is why they are cast alive into the lake of fire. They have genetically modified themselves such that they are no longer redeemable after that, and the only solution is to take them alive and put them in the lake of fire. Okay, everybody talks about the buying and selling, but they're missing a big part of the component right here. Now, back in the 90s, 80s and whatnot, and barcodes, everybody was on the barcode kick. I was too, preaching, that's the mark of the beast, the barcode! Because you got the 2 long skinny lines there is the 6 in the barcode. And you notice on the barcode it has 2 long skinny lines at both ends and one set in the middle. So everybody's like, see, 666 with an identifier in the middle, it's the mark of the beast, the barcode! Right? Then later everybody started talking in the more recent times about the microchip. And now everybody thinks it's the microchip. Well, it may be a combination of all of those things, but I really think it's in here. And it's in the syringe. I think we're dealing with something that has to do at the genetic level with DNA. And my personal opinion is, how do we, what purchased our salvation? The blood of Yeshua. Doesn't it make sense that the counterfeit of that would be perhaps the blood of the Antichrist? How could that happen? Well, Dr. Thomas Horn and others speculate on this, how something like this might happen with regard to a pandemic. Again, in true Hegelian style, Hegelian dialectic is where you cause a problem which causes a reaction that you just so happen to have the solution for, already ready to go, right? So, okay, just imagine this. Whoever they are, they're responsible for everything, right? Release a really bad flu pandemic of some sort. Well, imagine this. If you don't get the shot that they've got all ready to go for you, no shot or cure means, well, you don't have a job. If you don't take it, there's no cure, no job, you end up being quarantined. Oh, You don't want to take the shot. You don't want to take what really I believe is going to be the mark of the beast. Well, fine. You're going to have to be quarantined. Bring you over here.
Back in the U.S., 20 quarantine stations are ready in case infected travelers arrive.
Well, that means you're not going to have any money, which means you won't be able to buy or sell. That seems to be a good explanation to me to explain why they can't buy or sell, but also explain why they beg for death, but death flees from them. Because they can't die, right? So that's if you don't take the shot, you end up with no job, quarantine, no food, or no food, no buying or selling. But if you do take the shot, well, you have some interesting side effects. It's like those commercials, where you always see the drug that they're offering. Side effects may include drowsiness, blah, 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 Take the shot. Side effects may include counterfeit immortality, not redeemable, and cast alive into the lake of fire. Ask your doctor if it's right for you. All right, I'm joking about it, but it's serious. That's some serious business right there. And there's going to come a time, especially if we're going through this thing, where some tough decisions may have to be made. When you're looking at your kid that's got this pandemic that they released, and they've got this cure over there, but you heard this stuff, and the Holy Spirit's telling you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Don't inject your kid with the mark of the beast. We're going to have to work on that strong faith thing and believing God and trusting in Him. Seriously, it's just going to get pretty scary in the days ahead.